Okay, good. We're set. We're all recording. My name is Richard Flores. Everybody go around.
I'm Christine Gonzalez.
I'm Jesse Gutierrez.
Brittany Gretsch.
Okay, and for the purpose of this week, I'll be leading the discussion. I was the host of this discussion, so we'll be rotating that out through the week, choosing who else will be doing it week by week, and kind of moderating it. So today we'll be talking about our signature assignment and how we're going to, well, which option we're going to choose. So I'll go ahead and read the first part, and that's the signature assignment case study is to be completed as a collaborative project. It is to be completed by us and our groups. Only one document from the group will be submitted for credit. All members of the work group will receive the same grade on the paper. This is a complex assignment. Collaboration among 3 or 4 group members is essential. We'll be discussing the options. So Jesse, you want to cover option 1?
Okay, option 1 is to divide the work so that each of us has a clearly defined section to complete. Complete the sections individually, meet as a whole group in an online synchronous session, Zoom or Collaborate Ultra, record the session for your instructor's review, then compile the sections, read through and discuss each item and each response, modify as needed so that each group member can live with and support the responses, compare against the rubric, modify as needed to ensure your work meets the highest rating on the rubric, and then submit for credit.
Okay. To me, that sounds like one of the good ones. Depending on how we feel after looking at all the other ones too, we'll come to a consensus. Christine, do you want to go option 2?
Yeah, divide your foursome into pairs. Divide the work into 2 equal parts. Each pair completes 1 part together. Meet as a whole group in an online synchronous session. Record the session for your instructor's review. Discuss each item and integrate the work each pair has completed. Make sure the formatting, language, usage, etc. are consistently used throughout so that is one integrated and comprehensive document. Compare against the rubric, modify as needed to ensure that your work meets the highest ratings on the rubric. Submit for credit.
Okay. So that one's kind of just submitting or dividing it into 2 pairs.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Brittany, you want to go 3?
Option 3, schedule 1 to 3 synchronous online sessions, Zoom or Ultra Collaborative. Record the session for your instructor's review during each meeting. Have the group meet together, review the assignment, work through each item on the assignment together, review comparing the work against the rubric. Modify as needed to ensure that your work meets the highest ratings on the rubric. Submit for credit. It is recommended that you review the requirements and formulate a plan to do the work early in the course. This work can easily take up all of the fourth week to be completed. It is recommended that all of their assignments can be completed before the 4th week to allow ample time to work on the case study, and because information from other assignments may be needed in the case study.
Okay, so as Jesse was saying when we were talking about it, it does seem like it's overwhelming, like it's a lot of work. But like it mentioned there at the end of option 3, this is kind of all every week is going to have a component that will then compile into a bigger understanding, of this assignment. How do you guys feel about the options that we have?
I am not a fan of option 2. I don't like that we have to divide into like pairs and then work with a partner and then come back and do it as a group. I just think if we were to do that, we should all just work together and then have 4 brains instead of 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
What about you, Jess?
Did you guys look at the rubric yet? I looked at the rubric this morning, and there's a lot. It's broken down in a lot of sections, and then it's broken down to each student. So I think it's going to be best if we do option 1 and then meet and kind of each of us, whoever has that part, discuss what they have, and then maybe be our own best critic and say, hey, we need to add this or that to get full credit on that rubric. It is divided by student. So if you have a certain student, you can see the strength of each one in our papers. And to be honest, as a math major, this is where I get worried because I got to do a lot of writing here. So I'm gonna lean on you guys to kind of be overly critical of my stuff and make sure it sounds good. So I think for me, that's going to help me out and make sure that the group has a good grade. So.
Okay. Brittany, how do you feel?
I am not picky. I will do whatever you guys want to do. But Christine made a really good point about just having the 2-on-2. It's not going to be like all of us together. So let's cut that one out completely.
Yeah. I think to me, the option 2 kind of sounds like you're doing group work within a group work.
Yeah.
It just sounds like too much, back and forth. So option 2 will be out.
One? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking at option 1 or option 3. I'm kind of confused on option 3. I think I might have to read that a little bit.
Did any of you guys look at the different parts of the case study? So there's like there's a part 1, there's a part 2, and there's a part 3. So I don't know if you guys want to just take a moment to look at those. And then I think what option 3 is saying, and correct me if you guys read it a different way, is we would just work through each section of the case study as we are like on a Zoom call, and we all just work on it together.
Okay. Yeah, that does sound like what it's saying. Like everybody kind of works on everything together, and we all brainstorm, but we do the work while we're here in a Zoom,
Yeah, so technically this is like our library, and we're all sitting together doing the project.
Okay. That sounds fun, but I think option 1 is probably stronger because pretty much it's option 1 with just an additional component where we all come together and do it.
Yeah, a pro to I think option 3 would be if we're just stuck or lost, we just feed off of each other, and then one person would just be the one typing or writing it out. Yeah. But it all depends how everyone's schedule is and if we can make that happen.
I have a really crazy schedule. I work 5 days a week. But I can do it. And sometimes I work till like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I have
I think that's going to make it option 1.
Yeah, we can do option 1.
Yeah, because it would be too hard to kind of have to do all that every week and try to do, because that would make these sessions like really long.
Yeah, and I think I think somewhere I read that we would have to schedule like 3 Zooms.
Yeah.
A week.
Yeah.
And if we did option 1, we always have Google Hangout, and we can like help each other out.
Yeah.
And I'm up really late every night, so you all are free to contact me. So,
okay.
All right. Yeah, because like you were saying, Hangouts. I think Hangouts is something that's easier for us to collaborate with. The Zoom is kind of intensive, and we all have to kind of agree. But at least there on Hangouts, we can leave each other messages and be like, hey, and we get back to it. On our own side.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so option 1 it is. Everybody good?
Yeah. Does anyone know if there's a website where we can share the document? Like, can we import
on Google's
Can we import
Google
it on?
Drive, you can share.
And then we can all like help each other edit.
Yeah. So I think what we could do is then through Google Docs, everybody create their own, and then we'll share it with all 4 of us. And then everybody can kind of take a look at it and just keep it, what we should do just to, kind of protect our butts is keep a hard copy on our computer. That sounds weird.
No, for sure. We know it.
Yeah, like your own personal copy on your computer, and then edit it, and you edit it, update it on Google Docs. And that way you have your own, and you don't accidentally delete somebody else's work.
No, agree.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And I think they'll go more into this, right? They'll go into.
Yeah, he'll probably cover it on the discussions.
Yeah, what it really entails.
The Blackboard one.
Okay, so we got our plan of attack. We're going to go option 1. Our primary method of discussion will probably be Google Hangouts. That's pretty much, it's been the easiest, since we started. So everything sounds good. All in favor? Good? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. This will be the recording that I'll send to our professor.
Okay.